Today I'm gonna talk about quotient rule to find derivative. So first of all, I would like to recall what is quotient rule. Giving a function fx over gx, and we assume fx as first function and gx as second function. Okay, and do the derivative of this ratio gonna give us the derivative of first function times second function, subtract the first function times the derivative of second function over the second function square. And the difference between quotient rule and product rule is that here we have subtraction, while in product rule we have addition. Okay, and the second different thing is in the denominator. In quotient rule we have second function square. Here is gx square. Okay, I also list all the other possible formula that we can be used for following examples. So the second formula is the derivative of a constant equals 0, and the third one is power rule. X to the power n prime equals n times x to the power n minus 1, and the fourth rule is constant multiple rule. K times fx prime equals k times fx prime. Okay, and the fifth rule is derivative of e to the power x equals itself, and the sixth rule is about exponent. Okay, nth root of a equals a to the power 1 over n. Now let's take a look the first function, and the first function we can treat 4x squared plus 9 as fx, and x squared plus 1 as gx. Okay, now we can do the derivative for this guy. Okay, derivative of this guy. So we have y prime, that means the first derivative of first function times the second function, subtract the first function times derivative of second function. Okay, and divided by second function square. Now for the first term here, we can apply the sum rule. Derivative of these two terms gonna be a derivative for each term. Okay, derivative of each term, so that will be 4x squared derivative plus 9 prime, and we can multiply x squared plus 1 minus 4x squared plus 9. Similarly, here derivative of these two terms gonna be the derivative of each term. So we have x squared prime 1 prime and over x squared plus 1 squared. Okay, so for this term, for x squared prime, we can apply the constant multiple rule. So this guy will boils down to 4x squared prime, right? And of course, we can use the power rule, right? Power rule to solve x squared prime. So we have 4 times 2x to the power 2 minus 1 plus derivative of 9, that is constant rule, should be 0. Okay, and subtract 4x squared plus 9, and this time we're gonna apply the power rule, should be 2x 2 minus 1 plus 0. And we have x squared plus 1 squared, and we can continue to simplify it. So 4 times 2 is 8x, and here is 2x, 4x squared plus 9, x squared plus 1 squared. Now we can use distribution 8x times x squared, 8x times 1, negative 2x times 4x squared, negative 2x times 9. We can simplify it. 8x cubed, 8x plus 8x, negative 2x times 4x squared should be a negative 8x cubed, negative 2x times 9 should be negative 8x, divided by x squared plus 1. Okay, sorry, here is negative 18x. Okay, so we can simplify it. We can cancel out, and we have negative 10x over x squared plus 1 squared. Now let's take a look. The second one, and here we can see the fx is 6 minus e to the power x, and gx is what? Gx is 2 plus e to the power x. Okay, now let's do the derivative. So we have derivative of the first function times 2 plus e to the power x minus the first function times the derivative of the second function. Yeah, so we have 2 plus e to the power x squared. Okay, so that is the quotient rule. And now we're gonna do the derivative for each term. For each term, we have we have these two terms, 2 plus e to the power x. Okay, derivative of these two terms gonna be the derivative of each term. Okay, and then we have denominator. Now we can simplify it. So here, derivative of 6, that is a constant, right? So derivative of a constant equals 0. So this guy will be 0. And the derivative of e to the power x gonna be itself. So this guy will be e to the power x. So basically, here is the same. Here's a 0. Here's e to the power x. So we can simplify it. We're gonna have negative e to the power x times 2 plus e to the power x. And here is this term is e to the power x times 6 minus e to the power x. Then we copy the denominator again, and then we use the distribution. We have negative ex times 2 negative ex times e to the power x, e to the power x times 6 e to the power x times negative e to the power x. Okay, negative e power x times 6 negative e to the power x times negative e to the power x. So we're gonna get here's negative 2 e to the power x, and here will be e to the power 2x, and here will be 6 e to the power x, and here will be negative positive, or e to the power 2x. And again, for the denominator, we're gonna get 2 plus e to the power x squared, and we can cancel out these two terms, and again we have negative 8 e to the power x over 2 plus e to the power x squared. Okay, now let's take a look at the last example. For the last example, I wanted to simplify the cube root. Okay, the cube root is here. We can apply the formula 6 to simplify it. Basically, you can write down as 24 x to the power 1/3 x squared minus 8. So we have fx is here, and the gx is here. Okay, now we're gonna follow the quotient rule. So we're gonna do the derivative of the first function. The derivative of first function times x squared minus 8 times the second function, subtract the first function times derivative of second function, and divided by second function square. Okay, and we can see here we can apply the constant multiple rule, right? Because here is 24, so we have 24 x to the power 1/3 derivative. Okay, and here we can apply the difference rule. Derivative of these two terms, we're going to do the derivative for each term. Okay, so we have we can simplify it. So 24 and 1/3 minus 1, power rule. Okay, power rule of this guy, and minus 24 x 1/3, and the derivative for each term here, derivative of x squared, gonna be 2x. Okay, 2x, and the derivative of 8 is 0, so we're gonna get 2x, and then x squared minus 8 squared. So we can so this guy will be 8. Well, 1/3 minus 1 gonna be negative 2 over 3 x squared minus 8, and this guy will be negative 48 1/3 plus 1 gonna be 4/3. And then we have what? We can simplify it. We can do the distribution. Okay, and we're gonna have 8 times 8x to the power negative 2/3 should times x squared. And for the second term is 8x to the power negative 2/3 times negative 8 is negative 64. Okay, and we can continue to simplify it. And as we can see, these two terms, we multiply these two terms together, we're gonna get what? We're gonna get negative 2/3 plus 2 should be what? Should be x to the power 4/3. Okay, so we can combine these two terms. And we can get that is negative 40x 4/3 minus 64x to the power negative 2/3, and the denominator is x squared minus 8 squared. That's it.